Our next game in the Premier League is against Liverpool, and last episode we had that set up to be a really intense game, but now we're 5 points ahead of them and we have a game in hand. Kind of takes away a little bit of the edge. Hello guys, and welcome back to the 7th episode of the Arsenal FM21 beta save, where today we are facing Liverpool and then Leicester in the Premier League as we finish the January transfer window. And we have made some signings since last time I saw you, but none of them have been confirmed just yet. We have managed to bring in Donnarumma, as I had said before, and Draxler is now coming to us when his contract expires as well. He's, in my opinion, a perfect replacement for Ozil, a player that can play in central midfield or on the wings, and he's just a good versatile player that I think will be very useful in rotation and might even be able to push for some starting spots, especially in those European games. Aside from that, we're trying to sign this man who I know that Arsenal have been linked with in real life quite a fair bit, and his name is Tierney, I believe, and he's a good centre-back or right-back option. Again, getting him on a free would be a very good deal for us, and the only player I'm looking to sign permanently right now is this left-back, because we have made a sale, and you'll understand why we want to bring him in, but as a 3.5-star current ability player, and the stats that he does have, for what, 8.25 million. He's an absolute steal, so I'm looking forward to him coming to the club. We just need to wait for that to get across the line. But we have actually made some sales, and that's probably what we should be focusing on. And there's two loan moves in there, but the big sale is Kolasinac. He is left for $19.25 million, a profit of $19.25 million, because Arsenal obviously got him on a free, and we'll definitely take that for the club. You know, he was a good player for us this season, but not a player that we desperately needed around, so when the fee came, I definitely couldn't say no, and I'm pretty stoked to have that deal. Apart from that, we're not really eyeing up bidding on anyone just yet, but we do have a couple of people we're keeping an eye on, but we're still just focusing on that deep line playmaker, central defender, but I can't find anyone right now. I'm still looking, got the scouts out there, hopefully doing as best as they can. I think that's really the only position we need to get replaced as soon as possible. Xhaka not actually playing too bad, but he is clearly the weakest link in the squad. Let's jump straight into this next game against Liverpool, and I'll show you the team that I'm using in a little bit more in depth and explain why we've had to make some of the changes we have. So Saka is injured. Unfortunately, he'll be back very soon though. Pepe obviously still injured. Martinelli came back from injury. He's actually done okay since then, playing one game in the league, and he even scored a game in the cup. But unfortunately, he's picked up another injury. And then we've also got Oxlade-Chamberlain ineligible because he's on loan for us, and we're playing against Liverpool, so he can't play. So this is the team that we're going with. Lacazette finding some form actually. Recently, he scored he scored 5 goals and 2 assists in the last 5 games. So very impressive stats actually. Aubameyang still playing really well. Depay's out on that left-hand side. Willian, Partey and Xhaka in the middle. Bellerin, Luis Felipe, Gabriel and Tierney in defence. And of course Leno in between the sticks. But it'll be interesting to see how much longer he keeps that place, especially when we bring in Donnarumma. But without any further ado, let's go straight into this match, and hopefully we can come away with 3 points and take us on a good run for our game against Leicester coming up very soon. I just realised I haven't shown you what's happened since last time out, so I'm going to tell them to pick up from where we left off last time out, and hopefully I can go show you that just before we start this game. This is the results we have had, and they have been quite good, I'm not going to lie. Unfortunately, we have lost a game though, and it was a difficult one to take. A 2-0 away loss against Manchester United. And they just did better than us. Like there's no two ways about it. It wasn't undeserved loss. We deserved to lose that game, and it's just the way the cookie crumbles. But apart from that, every other game we have come away with a win, including another North London derby of a 3-0 win over Tottenham, and then we managed to win 6-2 in the FA Cup to move on to the next round, and then 4-1 against Brighton just before this game. So I'm hoping we can continue that momentum as we get straight back into this game, and as we have the first opportunity, I'm hoping that we get off to a flying start, but we do give it away pretty quickly. And I'm hoping that we can actually create an opportunity for ourselves as we give it straight back to them. I've been saying hopefully a lot. I'm going to try and cut that down a wee bit. Alisson does clear it long. We do pick it straight back up, and Memphis Depay playing on that left-hand side. He definitely can do it, but recently I don't think he's been too familiar with that side. It's normally been Aubameyang's role when he's been up top. But with Lacazette and all the injuries we've been going on recently, he kind of has to slot into that spot just to make room for rotation. But unfortunately there, we can't quite get the shot on target. I'm not too sure who took it, but it's good that we're showing some early warning signs towards that Liverpool goal. And we have another opportunity as we are on the ball. Tierney playing it up to Thomas Partey, out to Memphis Depay, who can run with the ball, but he actually decides to cut it inside. Probably the right option. Willian into Lacazette, and Lacazette proves that he definitely deserves to be in this team. He comes up in the big games. He knows what to do. He scored in the North London derby. He scored even recently in the games off camera. He's a very good player for us at the moment, so I'm very happy that he's actually found his form. And I mean, these injuries aren't the worst things ever if it's going to make me start picking a player that's going to be scoring as much as Lacazette is at the moment. Definitely a lot better in this game than he is in real life at times. Thomas Partey can't quite get on the end of that as Wijnaldum does come in very quickly to make an interception. I think this could be Liverpool's first real opportunity of the game, and they do put it into the back of the net, but that is offside. And we'll have to see if potentially this is the first goal we see overruled as actually a goal. But I think he was offside. Goal disallowed. We'll take a look at the lines. If it gets rid of that big banner thing. Yeah, he's a fair bit off. They're both off there, actually. I thought that it was for the second pass. But clearly, it wouldn't have mattered even if he was offside in the next one, because he was offside in the original one. We have an opportunity from a corner. Memphis Depay plays it back into Willian, but we can't get ourselves onto an opportunity after that. And Mohamed Salah is running up the field with his left foot. He shoots, and I think he's just chipped him. Leno, you got to be doing a wee bit better than that, mate. Oh, that is very, very sloppy. And you have to say, the goalkeeper should be doing better there. I'll take another look at it. Maybe I'm being a wee bit harsh. He does just chip it, and he's sort of like tried to swat at it like a cat. Honestly, Chris MD's cat could do better than that. If you've seen that video and you understand that reference, please let me know down in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look like an absolute idiot making very niche references here. But don't worry, we've come straight back at them. Lacazette scoring a goal after Aubameyang take the shot that goes straight at Alisson Becker, and Lacazette is in the exact right position to knock it into the back of the net with a cool and quite a slow header, to be honest. But sometimes a wee touch is all you need, and certainly in this case, when it's trickled into the back of the net in the bottom corner, it's really all you need. So we'll certainly take that back to a 1-goal lead. I have to say it's probably deserved. If you take a look at the expected goals, they've got 0.11. I mean, we've still only got 0.56, but let's focus on their expected goals. They don't deserve goals. We kind of don't really deserve them either, but don't worry about it. Firmino on the ball into Mane, and they have just equalised. That was a good move, and really can't complain about that one. That one, had no debates about offsides, and it was a very well timed passing move, and that is Jurgen Klopp's football at the finest. Firmino dropping back into Mane, and on that right peg, yeah, Leno's doing nothing about that, and I'm certainly not going to put too much judgment onto him for that one. And I'm hoping that in the next half we can bounce back and get ourselves a goal to put us back ahead, because no, don't worry, we don't need to do it in the next half. We'll just do it in this half just before half time, so that I'm less frustrated. Pierre Aubameyang coming inside on that inside forward role from the right wing. Memphis Depay with a brilliant ball in. I'm happy Lacazette did not touch that because he was miles offside, but luckily Aubameyang's come in there with those striker instincts and just placed it into the bottom corner. And I think that must be it for the first half, and it's a very back and forth, a very entertaining match. And I have to say, the neutrals would be very much excited about this one. And I mean, as an Arsenal fan, or even a Liverpool fan, I feel like would probably be enjoying the viewing for this one. Don't know what's going on with my speaking there. Just couldn't quite work out what I was trying to say there. Memphis Depay into Lacazette, who could be getting his hat-trick, but he was just not the right side. I mean, you have to say, he probably should have taken that onto his right foot, curled it around the goalkeeper. That's what I would have done personally, you know. I've got that natural instinct, that calmness about me, but not everyone's born with that, and that's okay, Lacazette. We're going to make a substitution in the form of Danny Ceballos coming in from Partey, and although Aubameyang has had a very good day at the office, I'm going to take him off and bring Willian out onto that right hand side and bring Ozil back into the midfield role, just because we need to make sure that, you know, our key man Aubameyang is staying fully match fit for all of the games that we have in the future, including that very big game against Leicester. And I know that they're not the best team in this game, but in real life, and their squad has certainly got the potential to beat us on any day of the week. So I'm hoping that with them up in 7th place, they don't surprise us. Alisson Becker hitting it, he didn't hit it, he kicked it with his foot, not his head. He kicks it straight to us, but we now are able to try and give it straight back to them, which is solid, not exactly what we wanted, and they could be actually creating the last chance of the game to potentially get them an equaliser. Not with passes like that though. Leno collects it very easily and rolls it out to Ramos, back to the goalkeeper. That's what we like to see. If you don't know, if you play it back to the goalkeeper, it always means you're going to score. So I'm expecting a goal here. Willian into Lacazette. Lacazette moving it forward out onto the left-hand side, and Memphis does just get onto it. Ozil plays it back to Memphis Depay, who does finish it, and I told you, you play it back to the goalkeeper, you score every time, and that should get us across the line to win against Liverpool at Anfield, which is a very good result. I have to say, I don't know quite when the last time Arsenal did that was, but you know, it's good to see it anyway. We'll focus on the positive, not the past. Let's focus on the present. Depay has finished it. I'm happy that I rested Aubameyang. I'm happy that Ozil got an assist there. That'll be good for his confidence, even though we're probably not re-signing him on a contract. Ozil almost getting a header there. That would be an absolute collector's item for that man. And as the clock runs down, the 3 points are basically secured, and the full-time whistle does officially secure that. A very good result. And you have to say, it did look a wee bit shaky from time to time, but we were certainly the dominant side. And in that second half, we did make sure that that domination did count for something, as we have quite a few more shots in them. 10 to 7, that's 3 more shots. That's quite a few. That's quite a few. Unfortunately, Bellerin is injured, but only for 1 to 3 days, so he should be back for the next game. And that's what we like to see. I mean, he's been a good player for us this season. How many assists? 5 assists in the Premier League, and he's just a defensive powerhouse at that right back position. So happy he's sticking around. I'm going to go out and do some transfers. Hopefully I can find that deep line playmaker, and then we're going to jump straight back into it for this game against Leicester City. And I'm really hoping that we have a new CDM. The transfer window has shut, and as you can see, we have made some transfers, and the big one straight off the bat. Normally I'd save the big one to the end, but Kessie has been brought in for only, I say only, £43 million. Not too bad of a fee at all. A nice profit for Milan, but he's a player that I'm certainly going to be playing in that box-to-box midfielder role when we need him to. But I've actually signed him as that central defensive midfielder that we have been looking for quite a while. Because if we, convert him into that role as a defender, he's got all the stats that he needs. He's also got some brilliant physicals to actually go alongside that role, even though they're not highlighted. I know he'll be able to utilise them on the defensive end, so I'm really hoping that he does an awesome job for us in that position. But we could also play him as a ball-winning midfielder, or even one of these, whatever it is. It very much highlights his stats, and he fits into our team quite well. And I'm very happy with the signing of him, to say the least. But we've also confirmed a few other signings, and one of them being the one that I showed you before. Douglas Santos has come into the squad for only $8.25 million. He's gone up to $26 million worth of value. And we've also loaned out a few players, getting rid of Martinelli on loan. I really want to keep him around, but I just think being a regular starter for Wolfsburg is going to be a lot better for his development than keeping him around. Murray is a player that I'm trying to actually sell, but I got rid of his wages, so I'm happy about that. We also sold this man, who I think is alright, but I don't think is ever going to reach the heights that we really need him to. So $1.4 million right now is pretty good. I'll certainly take that. We've also confirmed a few transfers that are in the future, and I'm not sure if Draxler was confirmed before, but we've also now signed Dakonam, or Jenny, however you want to say him, because in FIFA I'm pretty sure his name's just Jenny, but we'll deal with it later when he actually comes into the club. I'm definitely looking to play him more of a centre back. I think his statistics definitely suit that kind of a role a wee bit better. But I mean, he's a good versatile player, and we're more than happy to have him at the club. Hang on, I need to change this into feet. There we go, heights now and feet. That's the one thing that I like, not in centimetres or metres. We're going to jump straight into this game against Leicester right now, having some debuts for Douglas Santos potentially and Kessie. And we have Saka back into the lineup, but we don't have a reserve striker anymore. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens about that. We've also got an offer for Ozil actually, so I'm really hoping he gets sold, because otherwise his contract's just going to expire. So we'll give Kessie a squad number. He wants number 19. He can get it next season, but for now you can be number 23. And you can be number 27, mate. Let's jump into it. I'm hoping for a win. I'm pretty certain we're going to get it. I know that sounds confident, but I should be confident. Have you seen our team? We just signed Kessie. We've got an insane squad, and we're in top form right now. I don't see any way we don't come away with a good result here. Well, I do see a way, and it's called getting FM'd. Kessie on the ball early on, playing it into Partey, into Aubameyang, and he gets an assist on his debut, and Aubameyang scores in the first opportunity of the game. But I'm more focused on Kessie, playing that pretty simple ball in, but a nice ball either way. Kessie plays it into Thomas Partey, back to Kessie, and he finds Aubameyang making his run, and he just slices it on his left foot. Kind of wrong fits the goalkeeper there, and it goes straight into the back of the net. I love that start. Within this first 5 minutes, the Arsenal fans probably are loving the man, and they have another opportunity, but I'm pretty sure we're going to get it straight away, and yes we do. Memphis Depay playing into Chamberlain looking to run forward, and he does find a lot of space. Surely he's going to cross the ball, and he does. I think it was a shot. Like, let's be real here. This is Football Manager. That was a shot. This win, at this current point in time, if we do win, it takes us up to, 5 points clear of top spot? I'm just seeing if any other games are being played right now, but none of them are. So, as things stand, we will be 5 points ahead of everyone else, which is pretty insane to be that far ahead early on. And we've just scored again. Gabriel with a header, his second goal of the season, and a great ball in from Memphis Depay means that we go 2-0 up against Leicester City, a good team. Like, let's not act like Leicester are a very easy team to beat. They're up in 7th place in the league. They're certainly the best of the rest. And I'm pretty stoked with the performance that's going on right now. How are Tottenham still down in 17th? Like, I mean, that's just baffling to me. Like, I can understand having a bad season and being down in mid-table, but 17th? I don't think anyone will have ever seen Tottenham go that low in the first season. If you have, please let me know down in the comment section below, because I think you're lying. I'm sorry about it, but you're lying. Memphis Depay running past a few players. He's surely going to go for a shot, but it's dragged just wide. And there's a good opportunity for us. Very good run by him. It has to be said. He deserved to take that shot after that beautiful run. I'm not even going to sit here and say don't get complacent. We are playing beautifully in this game. 13 shots to their small amount. I didn't actually get the opportunity to see. Tierney, who's at very far there. Not quite thinking about that too much, as they now have an opportunity to run it up us. Barnes gets tackled by Thomas Partey, but it comes straight to Fuchs, and they could actually be in with an opportunity to score their first goal of the game. Madison into their player, and they have actually scored. Torres, not a player I'm familiar with, has come completely against the run of play with a brilliant ball over by, who was it? It was in by Madison. There we go. And he's kind of just needs to tap that home. Brilliant ball. And, you got to say, game, respect, game. That is a well-worked goal, but I'm hoping that we can come straight back at them here with this opportunity and get a goal to show that even in the second half, we're not switched off. A Aubameyang shot goes straight at Schmeichel, unfortunately, and we need to make sure that we're actually not getting complacent, so I hope that I haven't, gotten them too complacent with the, praise that I was giving them at halftime. I said way too many times. I imagine by now. We're going to make a substitution, and it's going to be Xhaka to come on for Partey, and we're going to move Kessie into the box-to-box midfielder role, arguably his more natural position. I'd say his statistics probably imply that he would be just as good, if not better, in that position. But I mean, he's had a good game so far, good debut, and I'm hoping that on this opportunity here we don't concede, as I do bring Xhaka on. Probably not as good defensively, but just as good attackingly. I know that's not a word, but we're dealing with it. Xhaka plays it through to Aubameyang this time, and both times we have a CDM, and they have gone great assists to Aubameyang. Neither of them are amazing, but you know, actually that Xhaka pass is very nice. He's definitely using his high vision and passing. I think his vision's like 18 and his passing's like 17 or something. He's got very good stats for a playmaking midfielder in this game, to say the least. Tierney is looking tired, and I think it is a perfect opportunity to give Douglas Santos his debut. The amount of Brazilians I've signed for this team is beyond me. I almost signed Gabriel Paulista as well. Very close to signing him, actually, but I wasn't sure if I'd had enough money left over for Kessie. I actually really thought about it, and I was like, do we really need another striker? Probably not. We've got enough competition as it is. Douglas actually gets the opportunity to whip a ball in, and he plays it back to Memphis Depay, and another debutant has gotten another assist, and we go 4-0 up on the day. It's not 4-0, it's 4-1 up on the day. Memphis Depay with a good goal there. First time hit, and I'm just happy that these boys on their debuts are getting some good stats, getting some confidence, and Gabriel backheels it cheekily there. And you have to say, there's a beautiful hit from Memphis Depay. I would think that no goalkeeper in the world is stopping that, even though he did get a fingertip to it. And we're going to make one more substitution. It is going to be Aubameyang, because we are not getting that man injured. I mean, I can mildly deal with Pepe being out, but if Aubameyang gets injured, I wouldn't feel so great about that 5-point margin that we have above Manchester City. But that was a brilliant result. It looked a little, shaky at one point when they scored that goal at the start of the second half, but it has ended up being enough to get us across the line. And unfortunately, Manchester City look like they have actually picked up the win there. Yes, they have a 2-0 win. So we've only got a 2-point advantage, but I'm sure if we win our next game, which is against Crystal Palace away from home, so I'm pretty confident about that. I think we'll come back for the second game of the first knockout stage of the Europa League against CSKA Moscow, and then play the game against Leeds. And I'll simulate all of these games off camera. I know, I'm giving you such a treat. We're getting through this save, not very quickly, but now it's going all right. Kessie with an assist, a good performance on his debut. That's what we love to see. What was his rating actually? Let's go up here. He got a 7. No, that's Europa League. There we go. A 7.5 with an assist. You have to say, I've already justified that signing. And that is where we're going to end this episode. I haven't set a like goal. Could we please get... The support's been insane. Let's go another 8 likes. Come on, do it for me. I should have said it at the start of the video, because half of you are probably tuned out by now. But if you're still watching, 8 likes. Please, please. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you are new around here. And I'll see you all later.